So we've got a setup here to write our calculator program. I've already put in my pseudocode, my plan. So I said get user to input the first number, then they have to put in the operation, then the second number, then we do the maths, then we put the output. Now use this as my framework when I'm constructing it. So after where I said get user input the first one, I'm going to actually get the input. So I'm going to write num1 equals, and that assigns the input they're going to put into the space we call num1, and put input, open brackets, and I'm going to put a prompt here, please enter the first number, and I can put a space there so that when they type, it won't be butted up against it. Now, this input I really want to be a number. So what I'm going to do is put float here. I could put integer or int, turn it integer, but if I put a float there, that enables them to put in a decimal number. So that's all I've got to do there. And in fact, I can copy this, put it in for my second one. I've got to change a couple of things. I've got to call it something different. So I've got num2 and then the second number here. So that gives me everything I want there. Now for the get user operation, maybe assign it to something called operation. I guess I want to input again. And the prompt here is what operation do you want to perform? And there, I'm going to give them prompt. I'm going to say plus or minus or times or divide. And you've got to remember to close my brackets. So now they've put in the first number, put in the second number, and now I've got to do my maths. Now here I'm going to need to do if statements because depending on what operation they've done, I have to do different maths. So if operation is equal to, now comparing it, and I want to know if they put plus. And remember, whenever I do an if statement, I need to finish it with a colon, and then it's going to be indented. So rather than printing directly out the answer, I'm going to write in a variable called answer where I do the maths. So I'm going to say num1 plus num2. Now, you could, if you wanted to, leave these inputs as just strings, because that's what would have come in if you didn't put the float, and put a float here to tell it to convert it at this point. Either way works fine. So I've stored this as an answer. So down here, I said put the output. I'm going to say print answer, and it's going to just print whatever's recorded in this answer here. So now I really just need to sort of repeat this now with all the different other operations. So I'm just going to do a copy paste 4 times. Ooh, that one doesn't need to be indented. But I don't really want if statements here. Ideally, I want elif, because that will say if the previous one didn't happen, then do this one. And here I want to go, if it's a minus, I want to do a minus. If they set times, I want to do it times, and the times in Python is a star. And if they do a divide, I want to do divide. So now I've got it set up to do all of those. And just because it's nice, I'm going to do else. And I'm going to tell them, say, enter a operation. Of course, I need to put that speech marks. And that's it.